everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. I see that my mic is working, so that's a good positive sign. We had some issues with the microphone earlier. It has been solved. I guess that when I did my upgrade, or I should say the getting my stuff squared away the other day, I have this big plastic piece that's sitting here in my room, and in order for it to work, I actually had to move a couple things around, and I got the some of the things up as well, moving things around. If you can hear me, let me know, because I haven't heard anything. Turn it up. Okay. Turning it up. Well, God, it should be on max. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this again. Do this again. Okay. Check it out. 1 2 1 2. Check check check. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Well, shoot. If I turn it up, it's going to be blowing out the speakers. So we'll see. Hopefully not. Okay. It is tickling. Is it too low? We got 5 people watching, and Ed Winchell's the only person that says turn it up. If you can hear me, let me know. But at least, okay, good. That's good. Okay. So we are here in the house. Thank you for bearing with me. At least I know that y'all can hear me. Hopefully we'll have no issues when I do the call, because let me check to see what the codec is up. Yeah, the codec is up. Shoot, that shouldn't be an issue. So with the speakers on, codec and good like that, so hopefully there shouldn't be an issue when I turn up for the callers. And we will do that in a minute. But I was just on with the with Ken Thompson and Violator. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get in Raider Homer tonight because he was traveling back and forth. But it was a good show. Good show. The fact that we are all happy. We're all happy about the victory. And that is something that I really can't wait to hear from as well. Is that when we get the calls in, and hopefully we will get the calls in and we'll have no issue here, that we'll be able to hear from each other. We'll be able to check things out and go from different things. I can't wait to do that as well. It'll be awesome, and I really can't wait to do that. So hopefully you'll be able to hear and see me as well. I'm going to fade this one out. So yeah, hopefully we got everybody in there. Am I on right camera? Yeah. Okay, USB is there. Oh, that's why. Okay. There we are. All right. Want to make sure that folks know that we are on, and it will be taking calls, and it'll be a good time to do the show. And I can't wait to hear from folks as well. And we'll be taking calls in. Yeah, I'm looking at who we got in here today. Got 5. Hopefully we get some more. Mike Merkert is good, and Ed Winchell. If you are here, sign in. Sign in, please. I want to hear from folks. But yeah, New England. I'm kind of glad to see that New England is winning. And the reason why I say that is because with New England sucking a lot this year, that loss that we had against them was a bad loss because they were a bad team. And the fact that we are showing up and they're showing up, and if they can beat the Ravens, and it's not a foregone conclusion because there's still a lot of time left. But that's strange to say the Ravens defense sucks. Is that just tonight? or overall. But we'll talk about that. If you're here, I'm glad that you're here. Um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna check in with Facebook and see if the Facebook is on. If you are watching on Facebook, then you need to.
That's strange to say the Ravens defense sucks. Is that just
hang on?
Or overall?
Hang on, my goodness. There we go.
Oh.
Now, okay. I had to turn that on to see what we got going on. But again, if you are here and you're on Facebook, please know to come over to YouTube. If you're on Facebook, come over to YouTube. Well, okay, Mike, it doesn't matter. Then that's worse if one player beat us. If one player beat us, that's worse. I would rather say that we lost in New England. So we got folks in. I got, again, Mike Merkert in here. I got Ed Winchell and Scream Godot, I should say. And we're going to take some calls. I didn't get a chance to do that. And hopefully the audio issues have been taken care of. I'll clean up the YouTube parts from before. Yeah, Chris, I agree. 6-3, but you know what? We need to continue. We got the next game against Denver is going to be the last game of the year in the snow, and that's going to be a rough game. It's going to be a rough game. Oh, okay, great. Well, great. Scream is calling in, and hopefully that'll happen. Scream, that's the number there, so hopefully we'll get a chance to hear from you. And I'll need to see if I hear from you without use of with my headphones. If I need my headphones, I'll put my headphones on. But if not, then we'll go from there. Line is open, 813-609-0834. Great victory, 6-3. And Vince, thanks again. Always good hearing from Vince. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, well, Chris, we got 3 more challenges. Okay, in order, we got the Chiefs. We got okay. I hear Scream. Okay, let's see if I can hear him. Hang on, Scream. Can you hear me? Scream. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I can hear you as well. I'm good to go on that. I'm glad I can hear you. What's going on tonight, Scream? How you doing?
For sure, we doing good, man. We came up here to the Arlington, Irving, Dallas area, kicked it with the TNBC crew. We got the vice president right here across. I'm gonna hand the phone to him next, and it could go around the table. We got 3 beautiful Raiderettes with us. One to include Gray Raider's wife, and 4 of us Raider brothers, you know what I'm saying? So, Captain, you know, we all know you. We want to call in, let you know we represent the Raider Nation very well right here in Texas. And this Raider Scream, and I'm going to pass it around, and I'll chop it up with you at the end, Captain.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, Scream. I appreciate that as well.
Okay, cool. I'm going to let everybody get a chance to talk with you.
Got it. No problem. Good hearing from you.
What up, Cap?
Hey, who's this?
It's Gray Raider.
Hey, Gray, what's going on, brother? Good to see you and hear from you.
Definitely here to celebrate this W we got, this win we got over here today. Having a good time with the Raider family over here. Hopefully, everybody in the nation's having a good time tonight.
Yes. It's always a better to have a victory, you know, and then to see what we got. You know, I tell you, it's always good. It's always good for a Raider victory for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just to see what we had up there, we could have had a lot more. You know what I mean? To see what we did, the potential we have. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for the future, definitely.
Yeah. So
we had today.
Well, so how was it today in that screaming throng of people? What's going on, and how did everybody just enjoy it?
Oh my God, we had a blast. We had a lot of people from the Houston chapter of TNBC come down and visit us here at the DFW, and we had just us collaborating together. We had a blast. You know, having family here, having other Raider Nation family show up, celebrating with us. It was amazing.
Definitely. I wish I could have been there with you, but you know, I was doing my broadcast here from the Galleon, and I'm pretty much safe in here. So when I get outside eventually, and that'll be outside with the folks in Raider Nation, all planning to go to Atlanta. But that, you know, I gotta see what goes on. If Georgia locks down, you know, then obviously I can't be up there. But we'll see.
Definitely. I wish I would have went. I was planning to go in Atlanta with everybody, but bad news. I tore my meniscus.
Oh.
So I'll be going to the doctor tomorrow, and I'll be seeing what the doctor says. But I was planning on going and celebrating with the family over there. But you know, God had other plans for me. So you know, but we have many other times. You know what I mean? Definitely have more times.
Yes, most definitely.
You know, priorities. You know what I mean? As an adult, when you figure out when you're an adult, you have priorities.
I gotcha. Yeah, and being that's the key word. Adults got to act like adults, Punter. You got it.
Exactly. You know, I mean, I was kind of hoping to meet up with everybody like we did last year in Houston. And I ran into you. You know, we took a lot of pictures together with a lot of other Raider Nation. Had a blast. Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have the same experience this year, but you know, like I said, those other plans just worked for me. So, but I'll definitely be out there. Hopefully later in the year, go out to Las Vegas one more time, and maybe Denver for the last game.
Well, you know, I can definitely tell people one game I will not be in attendance is Denver. It's too effing cold.
It definitely. I can feel you on that, but I'm ready for it. So.
That's right. Well, hey, Gray, good seeing you, brother, and you know, virtually seeing you. It's great hearing from you as well. And who's up next?
Definitely, we got Antoine next over here.
Okay.
He's ready to jump on his burger, but I'm interrupting him real quick.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, eating burgers is very important, so I got that.
What up, Captain Jack?
Hey, what's going on there, Antoine? What's going on with you?
Nothing much, celebrating this W.
Yeah, celebrating for sure. It's always better for a celebratory hamburger and drink than when you're trying to wallow in pity of what we should have done. But it's a great victory today.
Yeah, exactly. The defense showed up for sure today. I'm like 5 turnovers. I'm like, hey, that's a bird.
Yes.
I mean, true, we should have had more points on those drop passes, but I mean, it still was a dominant win.
Yes, it was. Well, and like I said, 15 more points should have been scored. The Raiders technically should have been sitting over at 53 points, and and you know, 53 to a decimated crew in Denver. And I'm glad that the officials actually they called things correctly on all the turnovers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we had a good showing out here. That's the show between Black Hole off the chapter as well as the Nation Booster Club out here at Dallas Fort Worth. So yeah, we had a ball as well as to top it off, celebrating the win.
Yes, most definitely.
All collectively traveling.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, what we're definitely looking forward to, I'm looking forward to coming out to Dallas next year for sure.
Definitely do it.
Hey, as long as my ticker keeps active, we'll call it a good one.
Yeah. How's things out there?
Not bad. Like I said, just celebrating the victory, and it's always a great victory Sunday when I get on here and talk with everybody, and it's a good day.
Yeah, I noticed we had a few Cowboys fans in here where we at, and then all of a sudden he started making noise for like Cowboys Nation. We were like, hold on, ain't no Cowboys Nation. And before you know it, we couldn't hear him because we hit him with a big Raiders at court. But you couldn't even hear him.
Yeah, Cowboys Nation, my butt.
go ahead and indulge in this burger, though.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and eat, brother. Go ahead and eat.
All right. Irene, a.k.a. Dimples is next.
Oh, I know Dimples.
Oh, he said he knows Dimples. Here comes Dimples.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing there, Miss Dimples? I know you from IG. How you doing, darling?
Yes, you do. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm glad that I get a chance to talk with you personally. That's nice.
Right. How you feel after that victory?
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. We need plenty more. We got 6. Let's get at least 6 more. So let's get at least 12 this year. That's for sure.
We got to.
Yes, for sure. Now, what was your favorite part of the game today?
You said what?
What was your favorite part of the game today?
Some interceptions were lovely.
There you go. There you go. 4 interceptions today, and we only had 3 going in, and it was wonderful to see. Wonderful to see.
Yeah, that was good. We did our thing.
Yes, yes. And are you going to be available when I go out to Dallas next year, hopefully?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, I'm going to be looking for you definitely when I get out to Dallas. I got to take some pictures with Dimples.
Of course, we'll definitely link up.
All right. Well, thank you, darling. Who's up next?
Who's up next? It's going back to Raider Scream.
Okay. Thanks again, honey.
All right, you take care. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. Captain, what's up, man?
How you doing there, Scream? That sounds like a great party over there.
Yeah, this is the after party, man, at Applebee's. I think they called this Grand Prairie, Texas. So we there had a good time, man. I'd say that the crowd was about 40 to 50 deep over there at the spot. I'm kind of the office on Trinity Boulevard in Euless, Texas.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Got to witness today another great victory, a division rival, and whoop that ass, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's always a great day when the Raiders win, you know, and they know it.
Yes.
These other fans, they know it.
Yeah. And like I said, it's great. It's great having folks call in because it's always better when we get that victory and we get a chance to celebrate because there's nothing better than a victory Sunday, brother.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, big shout out to all the service members, salute the service. I did my thing. I wore a flak jacket with body armor today and a boonie cap, kind of the same way I did it as a soldier back in the day in the military, in the army, and you know. So if them boys can do it out there, our boys winning on the field. I mean, I can do whatever, you know, to support the cause.
You got it. Hey, Scream, I got to let you go, brother, but it's good hearing from you.
Hey, same here, Captain. Y'all be easy, Raider Nation. Just win, baby.
That's right. That's great to hear from Scream, just win, baby. And it was great to see that victory today. And we got the Pittsburgh. Oh, we had the Pittsburgh report. Jared, I lost Jared. Jared, keep call back because I had grabbed Jared, but he's gone. So Jared, call back. You were on the line. We'll hopefully get from Jared in a minute. But there we go. We got the Pittsburgh report with Jared. How you doing there, brother? What's going on?
Well, not too much. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Steelers are 9-0.
9-0, and Big Ben, I mean, despite not playing all week, looks pretty good today. However, I mean, he seemed to be zipping the ball. The run game still worries me a little bit, though, Howard, because right now we're not running as good, Howard. Defensively, we played pretty well today, but against the Bungles, however, those Cincinnati blowhards or the clowns, whatever you want to call them, however. I mean, Joe Burrow tried his best today, but he ran into a buzzsaw by the name of T.J. Watt and the Steelers defense. Next week, you got the Jacksonville Jokers or the Jaguars, whatever you want to call them, but again, this could be a trap game. I'm worried about that, especially since Jacksonville lost the top one today, Green Bay, and they always
find a way to struggle down in Jacksonville. But like I said, you win this game, however, next week, and you definitely beat the Baltimore Birdies, who are getting their butts handed to them tonight by New England and Cam Newton. You could have the AFC North Division 1 Thanksgiving night.
Possibly so. Now, what were the Steelers win? Did the Steelers got at that Thanksgiving game?
Yeah, I think they want to win this game, yeah, and really just cement their legacy into the North Division and really make a statement on Baltimore and everyone else. Cleveland, Cincinnati, this is the game you do it in. And I think next week, obviously, we're going to see a real tricky game, obviously. As I told Eddie Winslow earlier tonight, Howard, if the Raiders can basically take care of Mahomes in Vegas next Sunday night, Howard, they got the West won. So that'll be very, very interesting to see. I think they can cruise into the Western Division by winning that. Howard, you make a statement you already did earlier this year winning in Arrowhead, but now you go back home to Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. You beat the Chefs and Mahomes and the champs in Vegas. That's a big win there and a big statement today as well, however, if you win next Sunday night.
Well, I would agree, but I would also disagree because, again, there's still a lot of important games to be played. Remember, if the Chiefs lose, then they would have 2 losses with the Raiders with 3 losses. Now, granted, that only comes into consideration if they have the same amount of losses, okay? And I don't know if the Chiefs are going to be losing any more games other than a possible game against the Raiders. They do have to play the Tampa Bay Sucks one more time, so possibly there. But, I got to look at their schedule, and, I'm not seeing that I can remember too many hard games either on the Buccaneers schedule other than the Chiefs or the Chiefs schedule. I'd have to look to see who they have left. But again, a win next week would go a long way, but still Kansas City has got to lose at least one more game, and basically the Raiders got to win out.
Yeah, but the Raiders right now, they made a statement today against the Denver Donkeys. The Donkeys had nothing for it today. Jacobs and Carr were on their game today. Denver, again, is just, they're subpar below average. Just like Baltimore is tonight. Right now, New England's beating Baltimore. They're giving Pittsburgh some help here tonight, Howard, by beating out the Baltimore Birdies. But speaking of birdies, let's talk about the Masters.
Okay.
Johnson. What a week he had. 65 on Thursday. He comes back, finishes with the 70 on Friday, but then into yesterday morning, how they started round 3, of course, after round 2, because some of the golfers didn't get to finish on Friday. He comes back with 65 yesterday, 68 today. He holds off a 22-year-old Australian, Cameron Smith, who was the first, and this is the true fact, the first ever Masters guy in history to shoot 4 rounds in the 60s, which is impressive. Very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
You got to give this kid. This kid's 22 years old, so give him credit. Justin Thomas was in 4th place. A young Korean, Sunjae Im, 23 years old. He finished 5 shots back, but he had 68, 69, and the 66, 70 on 5. But still, Dustin Johnson just seemed like yesterday and on Thursday, it was his turn. So it was especially yesterday. But of course, the 2 big stories, plot lines that came out of this. There were some other plot lines that came out of Augusta. One was Bryson DeChambeau. Apparently, he said he was feeling dizzy somehow, and I guess he had a tough time, yesterday, Howard. He wasn't sure if he could go into today, play the last shot. But honestly, the big story of the day at Augusta was Mr. Woods. 3 times he ended up in the water on the 12th hole, and he scores a 10. Then he ends up birding 4 of the 5 last 5 holes, finishes with a 76. So just very, very strange, wild and wacky Sunday down on Magnolia Lane. Yes,
it was, and I'll be honest, I slept in late and I didn't watch any of the Masters because I'm more of a football guy, and with the Masters being normally in the spring, it'd be something that I would watch in the spring. But if I got a day full of football and I had a wonderful victory by my Gators kicking that ass yesterday, to have a wonderful victory by my Raiders kicking that ass today. So I am very full of positivity about 2 great wins for my 2 teams this weekend.
Yes, it was very good to see. But yeah, if you would have saw what Tiger, and I told Eddie Mitchell this too, if you would have seen what Tiger did the 12th hole, and you got to go back and watch it, and I told Eddie to watch it too, you saw jaw will just hang. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Like I said, when I heard he got a 10 at the par 3 12th, my uncle texted me first thing, and he messaged me, and I said, so I wrote back, you're kidding me, right? I said, no. He ends up with a 10. He said, in big letters, TEN, capitalized. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So I watched the video before the Steelers game tonight, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, my Lord, are you kidding me? But, yeah, he ended up with a 10 on that hole, however. And you take away that 10, however, and coming home, 4 of the 5 last holes, however, birdie, however, he ends up, however, 1 under, however, still, I mean, it just seemed like after Thursday, he really just didn't seem anything going for him at all. He even struggled on Friday at times, he said. But it is what it is. So, yeah, Dustin Johnson is your champion now, however. They will obviously be getting it back going up in April again, hopefully, with people there. Overall, I think I got to tip my cap to the Augusta National Club and Fred Ridley and the whole staff there. I mean, consider what the weather was like originally to start out the tournament Thursday morning. It came out to be a pretty nice weekend, even though a little bit towards the end of the day today and most of the day today, you couldn't tell if they were going to get it all in. But the 2 days, however, for much of the week, however, except a little bit today, the weather stayed the way it was. It was nice and breezy and warm in the mid-70s, however, so they had good weather to play in. But I do have one final good thing to report, however, and I did mention this, Eddie, and I'll tell you and everyone else out there, that this Wednesday, we're going to be the proud owners of a brand new puppy dog.
All right.
Short-haired pointer on Wednesday. She's 8 weeks old. Her name is Willow, and she will be coming to our house tower on Wednesday morning. So we are having a brand new family member join us, however, on Wednesday.
Well, congratulations on that. If you were monitoring Facebook, I have a brand new set of twins coming to my house tomorrow, but they're needed, the new washer and dryer. So.
There you go. All right, well, I'll be in touch with you during the week. How are you? Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks again there, Jared. You be well.
You too. Bye.
All right. That was the Pittsburgh Report with Jared. Always good hearing from Jared. And so with the line open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. We're here. I want to say thank you to Raider Neil Backman for the love. Again, if you are wondering what that big dollar sign is and that wonderful chat, Raider Neil basically gave me some love, and I appreciate that there today. It's if you see the dollar sign down below, that's what it is. It's for super chat. It's definitely, I can definitely see it. So that's stuff that allegedly comes straight to me, so we'll see that. And again, I for those that were here earlier, and I tried to get on doing the show, that I had a problem with my soundboard, but that's been fixed. Obviously, I can hear you. You guys can hear me. What is really upsetting me tonight is if you guys can see this box right here. This is my season ticket box from last year. Not the wonderful one that we had this year, but this is the 60, the last year in Oakland box. And it fell twice. And now it has 2 gashes in it. And I am so upset that a pristine season ticket box now has 2 gashes in it. Because again, I know it's there. And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to things that are mine and that are collector's items. And I am so upset knowing that now, and I don't have to do this next week. I did this for the video so that people would know what my YouTube channel was for the video I had before. I don't have to do it next week, which is why it's even more upsetting that things would have been done and I didn't even have to do it. So that makes me livid. Upset. Again, thank you for Raider Neil Backman for the positivity on the super chat. I appreciate it. That's what that dollar sign is below. If you are positive about my shows, I appreciate that. And it's fantastic. Mike Arline, I definitely hope. Yeah, I know that the value just went. Yeah, the value. It was pristine. Perfect. And now it's not. And that's what's upsetting. And now I don't even need to do it. So if there's somebody that has another season ticket box, Oh my God. I'll swap the boxes with you. I'll pay for it because that's just the way I am. That's the way I am. Line is open 813-699-0834 again. Thank you to Raider Neil. And looks like the Birds are coming back with a touchdown. Right now they are behind 23-16 with the extra point coming up. So we have a line open. We did hear from Scream and some folks down in Texas. We heard the Pittsburgh report from Jared. Lots of people here. Hopefully we'll have you talk. Again, it is 10:30 at night. We've been on for half an hour. We'll talk. As long as you guys call, I'll be here. But I definitely want to hear from you. So if you want to call in about the great victory today, I would love to hear for you. Here's the other thing. And Mike Arline said that Drew Lock made Gunther look great. Well, I agree to a point, but a little bit else as well. Okay, Gus, Ed Winchell called first, so I'll let Ed Winchell call in. Ed Winchell, how you doing, brother? What's going on with you? Ed Winchell.
How you doing?
I'm good, Ed. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Just watching this game on TV.
Yes. And I'm looking at it as well. And so, it looks nasty. And I'm actually, and because I said it as well, I actually want to see a New England win only because I want to make sure that when people look at that loss to New England, that they don't call it a crappy loss. That it was to a decent team. And if New England can go ahead and beat Baltimore, then that makes it a quality loss, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I wanted to let you know, I was talking to some people that work with the Heinz Stadium in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They're friends with Teresa Heinz, Romney's wife. And I was talking to them, and we're going to be able to get into a suite next year when they play Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
Nice. That'll be something to look forward to for sure.
Nice warm suite with hot chocolate and cookies.
I like hot chocolate. I like cookies, but hopefully there'll be other hot things in that room as well.
Listen, you have room for 3 or 4 Raiderettes. Just gotta pick them out of the bunch.
There you go. But we'll talk about such things at a later time. But Ed, I wanted to talk to you about what were your most positive things about that you saw today, the things that stuck out in that victory. And again, Gunther's D was on display. The defense made plays, but also it was because of Drew Lock being not a rookie, but basically making rookie mistakes. What say you?
I agree with you 100%. I mean, we played a team that is probably going to end up last in our division, and probably a team that's going to have some high draft picks next year at the draft. I understand this is actually Abrams' first year playing. I was really disappointed in that penalty that occurred when
Renfro had the touchdown.
Took the kickoff for a touchdown.
Yes, I was too.
Abrams was 20 yards away from Renfro. He wasn't even in the picture, and he's like going after this guy ape shit. And I think he will learn as he gets more experience, but something like that was a disappointment. But as a whole, I like how the offense just is gelling together like so quick. The chemistry is obviously really churning nicely. I think Carr is having the best year of his career by far. I love the way that they're moving the ball and that they don't stop. The season is wide open, and I definitely think the playoffs is something we could start
discussing in our conversations. But I just like the way I see every week an accumulation of this team getting better and better.
Okay, I do not discuss anything that is a P word, and yes, you can take that several ways. I will not discuss anything that begins with a P until such a time that I would feel more comfortable doing it. Because again, if you remember last year, the Raiders had 6 wins, and I believe they were 6-4. And they saw it's like, oh, all you need to do is basically win a couple more, win a couple more. And what did they do down the end? They lost 5 of their last 6 games.
I appreciate that, but I think the way they're playing this year compared to their first 7, 8 games last year is night and day.
Oh, I agree. I agree. But you know what? Things happen, and I'm not gonna put the jinxes out there. But again, we've worked through injuries and we've gotten better. And we had a makeshift offensive line today. And
Right.
we still had 200 yards rushing with Derek Carr accounting for about 10 or 15 of it. And, you know, Jacobs over 100, Booker with about 80 and 2 touchdowns. And, of course, Jacobs with 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say, and I agree with Matt, you know, one game. Let's see what we look like against Kansas City. Let's see what we look like against Atlanta, because I will see that personally. Let's see what we look like against Miami and Indianapolis. Because again, Miami and Indianapolis are going to be games that we need to win if we have any even druthers of talking about anything that begins with a P.
The only thing I see is the hurdle. I don't think we'll have problems against Miami. I don't think there's a big worry about Indianapolis. I don't think Atlanta is a team to really concern ourselves with. It's the crux of Kansas City, and even though we kicked their ass the first time, even though it's now at home for the Raiders, they're a tough team, but I can definitely sit here and say I feel comfortable in saying the Raiders will have a first-round playoff game at home.
Again, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but until it becomes such a time that I can say very keenly that I agree with you, I'm going to say things are always looking up, but until things get woven in such a way that it is inevitable, nothing is inevitable. The only things that are inevitable, what are the 2 things that Ben Franklin said are inevitable? You know it, Ed. Talk to me.
Money and death.
Well, death and taxes, but yes, there you go.
You know something, pal? I want to ask you a personal question just between you and me and the rest of your audience.
Sure.
Do you think Twinkle Dude will play again this year? And do you think Richie will come back this year?
Trent Brown coming back, aka Twinkie Meister. No. And it's lost money, and you know what? It's one of those things where I would just put him on the IR list and just let him rot. And but the only reason why I don't think that he is on that he has been let go yet is because that Sam Young can't stay healthy, and Richie Incognito. I don't know. I'd like to see him, but I don't think he's coming back either. Ed, let me get this next caller, partner. I appreciate it.
Take care, brother.
All right. That was Ed Winchell, and now we go to Raider Gus. Raider Gus, how you doing, brother? What's going on with you? Raider Gus. Raider Gus.
Hey, how you doing, El Capitan? Jack.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Good to hear from you tonight. How about that victory?
Awesome.
Yes.
And that way they can eliminate on the limits. Basically, got a makeshift line and just run it over people. And that's a scary thing. I think the other teams that we can have a second string line, third string line, and still have 100-yard rushers. And I just, I don't know. I don't know what to think about the game next week with the Arrowheads, you know, and I don't know if it's going to be the same. You know, they're going to come out the same as it did the first game. With Mahomes is just, you know, a one-trick pony, or if you can change it up. What do you think?
Well, you know, again, I like to look at like what we did the first time, but again, each game is different. You know, we played in Arrowhead with a modicum of fans, but even some of them were our fans, and you know it was a relatively nice day. It wasn't cold, but now we go inside with in Vegas with no fans. It's like going from a little bit of noise to no noise. I know that they pipe it in, but it's a totally different feeling. Remember, Kansas City, as they always do, get a bye before they play us, which means that they will come in there healthier and rested. Whereas we just played a tough game against the Broncos, whether we believe it or not. You know, we get bumps and bruises. So it's going to be a game that is harder than it looks. Again, I say that we know what the game plan is to beat Mahomes. We did it the first time. But if they're smart, and I know that Andy Reid is not a dummy, and I know that Steve Spagnuolo is not a dummy, he's going to do some things to change things up. Andy Reid's going to do some things to change things up. And I don't know whether what we thought we could do the first time is going to work again. And we'll see if that happens. Can we beat Kansas City? Sure we can. But will we? And that's what I want to see now. If we do beat Kansas City, and I was going through, I said Kansas City has got other games that they have to do yet. Kansas City barely beat the Panthers last week. And the Panthers for a little while kept the Tampa Bay Sucks in check. For a little while. So Kansas City has still got to play the Saints. They still got to play the Buccaneers. And they still got to play the Dolphins. And any given one of those teams can take them out. Now, that is why it's very important for the Raiders to beat them twice. Because then, if it comes down to it, obviously, where we have the same record, we got them in a sweep. But we got to see what they can do. We can beat them, but will we? And I'm hoping we will. I think we can, but we'll have to see it on the field.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think behind that running game, it's going to be tough for the Chiefs, the Chefs, to beat us. Because if we keep pounding them like we do every team, and our running game has gotten better since the first time we played them. So I think they're going to be at a major disadvantage on the road. And I know they're coming off a bye, but we're coming off three straight wins.
Right.
So you know we got something good to look at as well. But I think we just keep running the ball over people. I don't care who it is, if it's the Chefs, the Tunas, you know, the Mules. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? Just pound the ball and things open up for Carr. Look at Carr, he's running again. You know, he's out there using his feet. And one thing I like is that when he's using his feet, he secures the ball more than just sit in the pocket. You know what I mean? And fumbling when he gets sacked. So I think that's a positive too. But you know, I also wanted to bring up last time I talked to you, I talked about replacing Ruggs with putting Ruggs for Renfro. You were right. I was wrong after seeing Renfro run for that touchdown today on the kickoff on the punt return. Renfro looks awesome. I mean, the guy is awesome. So I think that's going to be a major plus tonight in our arsenal. Looking forward to.
Yeah, and again, don't discount how important Renfro is. Renfro is golden. If you need a catch, Renfro will get you that catch. Remember, we had 2 touchdowns dropped today. Aguilar in the actual end zone dropped a touchdown, and Waller dropped what woulda, shoulda, could have been a touchdown, which was a perfectly laid out pass. Because what do I tell people? Catch the effing ball and then run. Don't run before you catch the ball. And that is what he needs to remind himself to do. Now, granted, after that, Waller caught everything in sight because he knows better. He knew that he had a touchdown and he dropped it. And Waller caught a bunch of passes after that. And Aguilar actually did some good catching after that as well. But everybody needs to remember it's the fundamentals. Catch the ball, then run, and look it in. And we did that today, and it was fantastic to see.
It was awesome. Well, Captain Jack, that's about it. You have a great week, and I'll get on with you next week.
All right, Gus. Great hearing from you. Appreciate you putting the word out. Like I said, get some more people in here. I want to be able to say, hey, who are these people that I don't know? I want to know who these people are. Get some more ones in here.
Okay, I'll definitely try to get some more of the Raider heads in here.
All right, you got it there. Thanks again there, Gus.
Okay, have a good one.
All right. That's Raider Gus out in Cali. It's always good to hear from him as well. Let me get the phone line back on so you guys can know what we got going on here. Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I said it was a great victory today. It was a great victory today. But it's one that we should enjoy, but it's also, we need to make sure that we get on to the next game. God dang it. It's not what I wanted to do. Let me get this straightened up. There we go. Apologies, folks. Apologies. Line is open, 813-699-0834. We left 15 points. 15 points on the field. Abrams with that, and I know the kid is looking. The kid is looking to make a statement hit. I get it. But that took 7 points, at least 6 off the board. Steve, how you doing, brother? What's going on with you?
Hey, I tell you what, Mark Schlereth, you and John Elway, you can stick that in your pie hole. How do you like that win, Captain? Wasn't that great? By the way, that was for Ricky Ricardo. He would have loved that game tonight.
Yes, he would have. And it's great that we had a chance to go out and win one for Ricky. And I'm glad that we did make a statement game. We are 3-0 in the AFC West. Let's make it 4-0. And hey, let's sweep. Why not? Let's sweep everybody this year. Hopefully we can do that.
This is a magical year, and this is even better than 2016. What would you say about that? Or just as good? Let's put it that way, Captain.
Well, it won't be just as good until we get a P word birth. And again, I don't know if you were here listening to Ed. He said that he was talking about words that begin with P, and I said, that there are several words that begin with P that I'd love to talk about, and it not necessarily in a sport nature, but
I agree with you. I concur.
Yes, but I'm saying that it's a good thing to see, and I would talk about it, the ramifications of such things, but I won't do it until it becomes more clear. And again, the Raiders have got to beat Kansas City. They have got to beat Miami. They have got to beat Indianapolis. They even have to beat Atlanta. Okay? Because, every victory needs to be gotten again and again and again. You need to keep stacking them.
Just like dominoes.
You got it.
I tell you what, what, Captain? I tell you, remember when we played sports, they said we're just going to take it one game at a time. We can't think about the week after next. We have to look at the people that are right there in front of us. But I think we're going to give Kansas City one heck of a game. Now, is that game a primetime game? You think they'll flex that, or what do you think about that?
Oh no,
no.
Yeah, next week's game is a Sunday night game.
Oh wow, I can't wait. It's going to be Raiders After Dark, isn't it, Captain?
Yes, for sure.
And I'm just so pumped up and everything about this team. I love the way that Booker was running. He was running hard. I mean, when have we had a 1-2 punch running back tandem like this? Probably back when Gruden was Gruden 1.0. Would you say that?
Yeah, I was going to say with Wheatley and Garner and Richie thrown in there. Yeah, that was the way it looks like. That's the last time that we had a good tandem. Even throwing Crockett in there, because remember you had Wheatley and Garner and Crockett and John Ritchie. I don't think I'm mixing up, what was going on, but you had those four guys that were running, and they all could run and they could catch out those passes out of the backfield, and that's the last time we had such capabilities. But again, we have Jacobs, we have Booker, okay. And again, also we have Ingold that is a great power type of back, and Richard. I want to see how bad Richard got hurt, because he got laid out, and he was obviously not going to be heard from after that. I'm very glad that he did not drop the ball. He did, but it was after he was definitively down on the ground, so the people knew that he was down. Ball out. But again, we got to see what we got for Richard, because he got hurt today, and hopefully it's not a bad thing.
I concur with you on that 100%, Captain. What about our receiving core? Is this probably the deepest receiving core that we've had that you can remember in recent memory, with all the Nelson Aguilar, and then of course Waller, and then Renfro, and then Ruggs and Edwards is going to be that much better. I'm so excited about what they can do and everything as far as going deep and really stretching, making the Chiefs play the whole field. I mean, they can have Tyreek Hill, but we'll just take Ruggs. So that's basically a wash when you get those two players competing against each other. When was the last time we were able to say something like that?
Well, yeah, and again, at receiver, and I'm so glad that Edwards came back today, because again, he had one key catch. He only had one catch, but he was available. And, so he was out there. Zay Jones came in at the end and made a catch or two, so he was there. Aguilar dropped that touchdown, and, again, Aguilar was showing one of the reasons why the Eagles let him go. But he did make some good catches today. So you got Ruggs, you got Edwards, you got Aguilar. You got Renfro, who catches everything in sight. Zay Jones. And, obviously, I think we got rid of Gafford because of different things that we had on the roster. He was either a scratch from the roster or a scratch from availability. But, again, I love all of our receivers. And when they're there and when they're healthy, they're fantastic. And our tight end crew, okay, because you got Waller, you got Moreau, and then, obviously, you got Old Man Witten there, and they all are playing wonderfully. You throw them with our backs. If we had an offensive line that wasn't so beat up, I think that I can say that if the offensive line wasn't as beat up as it is, I would say that I would say we'd win the rest of our games easily. But the offensive line with the folks that are hurt, they scare me.
Was number 70, is he going to be a scratch for this coming game? Because he looked like he was hurt pretty bad. They showed him on the sideline.
Yeah, and I believe so. And again, Sam Young can't stay healthy, and Twinkie can't get in there either. So basically, we've been playing without a right tackle this entire year. One game with Trent Brown that he played. One game.
That's been a total loss. Renfro reminds me a lot of Fred Biletnikoff. He might not be the fastest guy on the field, but he was always there. And if the ball gets to him, he's gonna make some plays happen, which is so great to see that again. Because when I first started watching football during the LaMonica days, Biletnikoff was always making that key catch. You need it. You just make it every single time. But I just wanted to say, Captain, they beat the Donkeys. So if I could just very briefly just sing the song, and you could sing along with me on with all the other fans. Let me ride that donkey, donkey. 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 Please.
There you go.
Please.
And anybody and
Captain.
you got it. And anybody that's on Facebook, if you are watching on Facebook, you need to come over to YouTube. I'm just saying it right there. Got to get over to YouTube.
Captain.
Okay, hey, thanks again there, and great hearing from you there, partner. Appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime. Take care and have a wonderful night. God bless. Bye.
All right, God bless. That's Raider Houston Steve, and now the line is open. 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. It's good to see folks, but again, I agree. And Ed Vela, thanks for telling me. I forgot. I gave the Facebookers a very long. Well, we were on for about an hour. It's 11 o'clock Eastern time, and again, I will stay on as long as we have callers. I will stay on as long as we have callers. If we don't have callers, oh, there we go. I'm glad that we have a caller. And I tell you, this is my favorite caller. I got to say it. Got to hear from the man. What's going on there, Raider G?
He has the #1 Raiders podcast in all of YouTube. He is the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Jack.
Hey, great hearing from you there, G, man. Oh man, isn't it great? Isn't it great? The victories this weekend.
It is great. Hey, I'm just now tuning into your show, so some of the stuff that I may say, some of your previous callers may have already said.
That's fine.
Already addressed it, but it's okay.
Hey, that's
but
okay.
Anyway, hey, we're 6-3, and the world is a much better place whenever the Raiders win. That's how I feel, man. So we made some mistakes today. Yeah, we left some points off the board. You know, I think you pointed it out on your Facebook post, and you was exactly right. But you know, hey, nevertheless, we scored 30+ points today. You know, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy, man. You know, we did it. Derek Carr didn't have to throw for 300 yards today. You know, we did the ground and pound thing. I'm glad Booker got some type of redemption against his former team. And, you know, we just, and then continue to give Tom Cable props, man, because our offensive line, I mean, pretty soon, Captain, they're going to ask you to come out of retirement and put your ass on the offensive line, man. You know?
Yeah.
That's the way it is. But hey, and I'm pretty sure if Tom Cable is coaching you, we'll be fine. So
I hope.
Win.
I hope. And by the way, Vicky sends a hello to you as well, Raider G, because she always loves it when you're here as well.
Hello, Vicky. I love Vicky just as well. Hey, yeah, always good to hear from her.
But yeah, I'm gonna give you a shut your mouth talking about me coming back in as an offensive lineman, man. That's as you do.
I'm an ex-running back, man. And you know what? And believe me, Captain, because you know we still have a little ego about us from playing. I think I still have maybe 1 or 2 plays left in me. You know, oh damn, I just pulled a hamstring just thinking about it. But
yeah,
anyway,
I got you. I got you.
Oh man, it was great, man. It's good to be 6-3, and you know, we can just keep it up. You know, because we're getting people back healthy. And, you know, the Raiders are coming.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
But that's a good feeling. So what are your thoughts?
Well,
what do you take from it?
Well, like I said, the fact that the Raiders, again, 200 yards in rushing today, with 80 by Booker, 100 and such by it was like almost 120 by Jacobs. I think it was like 112. And then Carr with about 10 to 15, but you know his runs were opportune, and they were there. And again, it was fantastic. When you have a running attack that can gain you 200 yards, normally you're going to win a game. Normally, because that means that you're controlling the clock, and we did that. I mean, basically, I think the Donkeys had 1 yard in the third quarter. 1 yard.
Wow.
And because the rest of the quarter was ours. Now it might have been that. And thanks again. Dwayne, thank you appreciate folks for giving me the tips over there. If you wonder what that $sign is, that's throw some money the captain's way, and I appreciate that. If you missed it earlier, my pristine mint condition season ticket holder box from last year was not destroyed but gouged because it fell off of the stand because I have it up there propping up something that I didn't need, and so that's why I'm very upset at myself because I know now it's not pristine anymore. But again, thank you for that tip there, Dwayne T. And earlier, thank you for the love from Raider Neil. Again, getting back to point. The Raiders earlier, they threw and threw and threw against Kansas City, and I'm thinking that if we can run against Kansas City and obviously ball control them to death and score all the times that we need to, then we have a very good chance of beating them again. And it'll be a different way of beating them than we beat them the first time. We still got to make sure that we put Mahomes in check, and we kind of do that mush rush against Mahomes to keep him from running out of the pocket and improvising. And I tell you, the Denver offensive line, it was horrible. It was horrible. That's why we got a lot of pressure on Drew Lock. They were horrible.
Why?
Yeah, they were horrible.
Man, I was just thinking maybe our defense just all of a sudden decided to come to life because we were getting a lot of penetration. But to your point, I think that when we play Kansas City next week, I think the game plan offensively probably is going to be a little bit different than from when we played them the first time because of the injuries that we have on the offensive line. I don't think that Derek Carr is going to be, slinging it for 300-400 yards. I could be wrong. I don't know. And I don't know within the next 7 days who could come off of an injury, and next thing you know, they'll be activated into the lineup from the offensive line. I mean, who knows? But I just think, to your point, hey, if we can just ground and pound KC like we did Denver today, we'll have a good shot of winning it. But every time, Josh Jacobs has a good game, I just always feel like saying, I have some Raider buddies, and I always just tell them, Josh Jacobs, Jingleheimer Smith, his name is my name too. You remember that song?
Oh yeah. Da 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 da. And the Josh Jacobs Jingleheimer Schmidt. Da 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 da.
I mean, I know his name is
No, you had it right. Josh Jacobs Jingleheimer Schmidt. You got it right, brother. That's exactly it.
Oh, me, man. It's just, hey, we're 6-3, and I just feel good about going to work on a Monday. But how's your day been, Captain? I'm sorry I wasn't able to tune in to you, to listen to your play-by-play, but I'm at a sports bar and everything, so it's kind of hard for me to hear anything really.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that went well.
Yeah, I enjoy it, and the unfortunate thing is that my feed apparently, and people were telling me this last week, they said it was about like 2 or 3 plays behind, or maybe it was 2 or 3 seconds behind. Eric Amelung said that I was about a good 2 minutes behind, and it's unfortunate because again, I can only give the feed from what I see.
Right. Okay. Hey, I hear you have another caller coming in.
You got
I'm gonna
it.
get my piece in.
All right. Hey, thanks again there, G. Good hearing from you.
Talk to you later.
All right. Thanks
Bye.
again. There's Raider G. Good to hear him as well. And now we have the Philly sports fan, Mike Blevins. How you doing, Mike? Good to hear from you again today. Now, take my goodness, what the hell happened to the Eagles today?
All right. First of all, so let me just say, last night I got no sleep. I was up all night listening to sports radio, which my fault, and I made a bet. So now I have to have a Eagles fan, which horseshit is now. That's my profile picture on all social medias for the next 2 weeks. So, you know, like, God bless me, I don't know how I'm going to get through that. But, yeah, we looked horrible. You know, I don't know who to blame for Wentz or Doug. I feel like it was a team game. Like, it's a team loss. Like, I don't want to blame a specific person. I'm tired of, you know, targeting Wentz, targeting Peterson, targeting Schwartz. And this was the team. You know, I want to hear about the Raiders, too, what you think about the Raiders, because I know they played great today. But, I know, like, I don't know if you watch the Eagles team, but you go ahead. Tell me what you think of the Eagles or Raiders, you know.
Well, I will say I didn't get a chance because when the Raiders are on, I just look at scores. I don't really watch the games, but I was upset watching because I can't stand the Giants based upon that I know several Giants fans and they are just ignorant, and I can't stand Giants fans. And again, there's a lot of Eagles fans that are very difficult as well. So obviously, but of course I'm from Philly. I will take Eagles fans with a grain, whereas I can't stand Giants fans because they are just mouths that I can't stand. So same as Jets fans. So again, can't stand them. So watching the score and knowing that there will be a Giants fan that will just be giddier than a schoolgirl for this week beating the Eagles. It's just sickening to even think about.
It is. And, you know, like, being in a league, like, you know, the Eagles are my team. I'm not going to, I mean, I was a Packers fan a few years ago, but that's a whole other story for a whole other different time. Now I'm a true Eagles fan. I always will be. But I am, you know, I don't root for the Raiders. I don't root for the Bills, like any other team, but I root for the fans. Like, I want the Raiders to win for you guys, you know, for Raider Nation. And I want the Bills to win for Tiffany and everything like that, you know. And I'm sure you feel the same way about the Eagles and everything like that. Like, you root for them for the fans, for each other, not because of the team. But yeah, with that being said, like, I normally will, like, watch Red Zone and, like, check all the scores for fantasy. And I didn't do that today, you know. I felt like because I made bets with the team, you know, and I shouldn't have. You know, like, I'm not going to bet money because I know. But I did bet with QTG, who's a Giants super fan. And I was, like, locked in on the Eagles today. Like, I wasn't, like, looking at, like, any other games or anything like that. But, you know, I don't know.
No, I like I said, it just looked like a horrible game. The highlights that I saw, and again, I apologize because I didn't see a lot of positives coming out there, and you know, again, just knowing that is a game that you need to win, and it's horrible just knowing that it's a lost cause, and you know that's a division game, and you know you got to win your division games. And, you know, the NFC East is just a crappy division this year. And, I mean, that's one of the reasons why everybody was saying that, you know, and again, Jared is being a Steelers fan, you know, I get it. But, you know, people say, well, that division played the NFC East, or at least what I call it, the NFC East this year. So those are 4 wins right there. Plus you got a bad teams within their own division. The Ravens are the only team that is of that's even decent in that division. So, and they barely beat them. So again, I'm not bad mouthing the Steelers, but again, if you guys in the NFC East can't beat anybody and barely can beat each other, that's just a horrible division, and you guys have got to play a hell of a lot better.
Right, and like, you know, the division games are the most important games of the entire season, of course. And we're saying it's the NFC East. We're bad every year. We're the worst division in football. Any team, any teams for it. And yeah, it is the NFC Least, quote unquote, but, and, like, you know, we lost to Washington week 1, which of course hurt us, and then we didn't play great a few weeks ago Sunday night when we played Dallas, and we lost to Giants again. So there's 3 division games right there hurt us. Like, if we didn't lose, or if we had lost to Dallas, we would have been in really bad shape right now. And the only reason the Eagles are in first place is because of the tie against the Bengals. And I hate ties in football. I know college doesn't have ties, which I love, but the NFL does. For some stupid reason, the NFL feels like they need to have ties. But, so I'm happy about the Bengals tie now because we're in first place, but I just hate that. I don't know, like, you know.
Yeah, and you know that's I mean barely tying a team that had the number 1 draft pick. That's not even a moral victory. I mean that's just horrible when you look at it. Yeah, that's horrible.
Now, I see you just picked up the knockout the callers thing, but before I get knocked out, let me just ask you this one question. Where do you see, what pick do you see the Eagles having this year and the Raiders? Like, what draft pick can you see both teams having?
Well, it's still, I mean, there are people here, and God love them, they're talking about, you know, playoffs, and I hate saying, you know, I'm going to give you the old playoffs,
Right.
you know, no. I mean, we've only played 9 games, and the Raiders were 6-4 last year, and they won 1 more game. So again, until the Raiders are even in a position that it looks like more eminent, I'm not even going to talk about it. So I don't know what the draft pick is for the Raiders because again, it's too far away. Now for the Eagles, I mean, losing to the Giants, though, my goodness. Well, so what is it like? Everybody has like 2 wins or 3 wins?
Yeah, basically, I don't know. You know, it's just messed up to the. All right, well, I'm actually going to go because it's late, and like you say, I'm tired. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking my call. Appreciate it, and you know, fly Eagles fly, and go Raiders.
Hey, again, go Eagles, man. Fly Eagles fly, man, and let them keep going. But, you know, and keep going on that positive force there with Mike. And it's good hearing from you, brother.
Yeah, you too. Goodbye.
All right. That was the Philly sports fan, Mike Blevins. And he has a lot of good takes as well. Good to see him in here as well. And I got a new caller, so that's a good thing as well. Okay, Hot Neil, what goes on with you? How you doing tonight?
How you doing, Captain? Not too good. I'm hanging in there.
Good to hear from you.
Thank you, likewise. No, I just called to say hi to everybody real quick and keep me in place. I'm going through a lot of emotion right now. Mom got worse.
Okay, well I'm sorry to hear that, Hot Neil.
And it's not easy, and my father also is in the hospital. He's not stable either. So please, ask everybody to pray for me real quick. And I'm sorry I didn't get to see the game today because I've been busy going to one room to another room.
Well, you know, you got things going on, Hot Neil, and again, we'll keep prayers for you, and we appreciate you catching up with us.
Yeah, because it's not easy, guys. I mean, I wish my worst enemy to go through what I'm going through right now.
Gotcha.
That is it. So I just want to stop by and say hi, and I'm going to be watching your show, Captain.
Well, and again, Hot Neil, we appreciate you popping in, and again, everybody keep good thoughts and prayers out for Hot Neil, and best to you, partner. We appreciate hearing from you.
Okay, and I just start back because I always support my team and support my family.
There you go.
You know, I have to support you, Captain.
Hey, and I appreciate that.
And I'm sorry again. I know I went over the limit, but I think I went over the limit sharing your video, so I'm sorry.
No. Hey, sharing is good. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I think I went over your limit.
I didn't hear about it, so I'm okay. I didn't hear about it, so if there was a problem, it was on your end.
Okay.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on, Hot Neil. Thanks again for calling in, partner.
Okay.
All right. That was Hot Neil. Always good hearing from Hot Neil. And so we are up at 11:16. So we've been on for about an hour, almost an hour 20. And let me put the number up so we can get some more calls. Line is open, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. I'll be working and doing other things this week. Hopefully I will be doing some work with, I know I did a video today with Violator and Ken Thompson. I'll probably be working a show with Violator, I believe, on Tuesday. I'm going to move my my Raider podcast probably. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do the Ask Captain. I'm going to keep probably Ask Captain Jack. Or sorry, I apologize. You don't know Jack about sports. We'll do that on Thursdays. But I'm going to move the Raider podcast, Firing a Broadside. So I'm going to move that to Wednesdays. So we'll have a night off on Mondays, maybe an interview if it comes up. Tuesday, like I said, right now is we'll see what's going on there. But I know that this Tuesday I'll be working with some folks. I got some things going on. Wednesday will probably from now on will be the Firing of Broadsides, and Thursdays will be You Don't Know Jack About Sports. If you are wondering why I'm now free on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, figure it out. That's all I'm going to say. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. We catch up on the comments here, see if I'm missing anything. Good to see that. And again, I'm seeing some of the comments that I missed. Apologies for missing some of the comments. Jimmy Farrell's in here. And I hope Jimmy's doing okay. I see Matt's in here as well. And Don Webb, thanks for coming in here. Yeah. Ed Winchell said it best. Line is open. And looks like, yeah, the Ravens lost to the Patriots tonight. And Jimmy Farrell is here. So, again, if there's a line open, if you want to call in, please do. 813-699-0834. You know what was funny? That I actually learned today how to tell Devin McCourty from Jason. I think Jason is his brother, right? Jason McCourty. One has like a pockmark here, and the other one has a tiny little pockmark on his nose, and that's how you tell them apart. I don't know who's who, but if I had to have to say, well, Jason is this guy, and then that would mean Devin's the other guy, because they are identical. It's kind of like trying to tell Tiki and Rondé Barber apart. You can't do it. I mean, I'm sure that there is a way, but you know, I'm not going to tell you how it is. Line is open, 813-699-0834. We'll be doing some other things. Again, I'm actually kind of glad that I will be doing other projects because, okay. Good night to Miss Vicky. And I appreciate Vicky for being here. Are the Pats going back in the playoffs? No. I mean, if it comes down to it, if it comes to head between us and they beat us, then, yeah, they get a playoff berth. But I think the Pats only have 4 wins. I think only 4. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. We got some time here. Again, it's It's 11:20 on the East Coast. If I don't have a call, that's fine. Let's see who else is in here. Don Webb, no worries to be no need to apologize. We got you. I still got to do. You should see my desk right now because I had to find out why my soundboard wasn't working. So that took a little bit of time. There was a show earlier, but there was a lot of technical difficulties. So I'm probably gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of it or not. Maybe I'll keep it, but it'll be over there on Facebook on YouTube. Facebookers got an hour of a show tonight, so Facebookers got about almost the full hour. So we just turned them off. Just turned them off. But if there's any further calls. Again, it was good seeing Vicky, and we had Don Webb come in, and good hearing always positives to 4 and 5, and got to hear from no Matt's still here. Jimmy Farrell, if you want to call in, you're free. Hollywood was in here earlier, and thank you. I didn't get a chance to acknowledge him. And again, I want to say thank you to Dwayne T, as well as Raider Neil Backman, who for the super chat and the super stickers. Dwayne T with the super sticker, and Raider Neil with a super chat. Again, it's nice because again I don't have to worry about it allegedly goes straight to me, and I don't have to worry about YouTube getting their claws in anything. We heard from Jared. Would love to hear from Mike Arline. I'm not sure if he's still there. But and Sharif Salah Khan was here. Good to hear from Sharif, otherwise known as I want to get it right. There you go, Black Thanos. I want to make sure. Black Thanos was in here earlier, and so was Hollywood. We'll get some people. The not the pastor, not the elder, but the bishop, AJ Brahue, was in here tonight as well, as was Chris Donnet. And Vince was in here as well, and you heard from Raider Scream and Mike Merkert. So we had a good crowd tonight. We need to start getting a little bit more, but we're still here, and we'll get the word out, and hopefully remember Jerry White. There you go, Jerry. I didn't want to miss Jerry. I like this comment though. Tell Kansas City that in order to build a dynasty, they have to first win the division. Well, and Marcos Guzman was here as well. So we had some good folks in here. All hands on deck. Dwayne T, I agree. So it looks like that. It looks like no more. Oh, okay. They're showing. Oh, okay. They're showing next Sunday's game. So they're doing a preview. Let's see if we can hear a little bit of it. See if I can turn it up a bit. See what they have to say.
Next week. That's a big game. All of a sudden, Las Vegas playing extremely well with John Gruden. We've got Patrick Mahomes. Going to be a good night.
Yeah, most people consider the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Kansas City Chiefs, maybe the two favorites. But if the Raiders can beat the Chiefs twice in one season, jackpot, baby. There you go.
And Derek Carr is playing extremely well.
He is. Everybody's sort of forgotten about Derek Carr. He's having a great year.
Yeah, and of course you got, what more can you say? Patrick Mahomes, which is always a treat for us.
It is. I can't wait to see that stadium either.
It'll be terrific. Yeah, we were supposed to be there a couple of weeks ago, but because of the COVID issue, we flexed out to the Seattle-Arizona game, which turned out to be great, so maybe this one will be great as well. So that'll do it from here, where New England keeps their hopes very much alive as they get to 4 and 5. Big upset of the Baltimore Ravens, the final score.
Well, that's it. And again, when you have two Raider haters, especially Al Michaels there, who I can't stand, and Chris Collinsworth, who is, Jesse Marquez is back as well. What sold for $75? Oh, the jersey. Okay. It must have been a jersey. Again, thank you for being here. Let's hit that outro. And it's good hearing from everybody. Again, I apologize for having issues with the mics earlier. It's been resolved. It's been taken care of, so we got that squared away. We will be back this week. Always look, make sure that you are subscribed. It's good to hear from everybody, and we'll see you up on the next time. We were only on for not quite. Well, we're coming up on an hour and a half. Such is life. But we're gonna get the word out, and hopefully we'll be on for a little bit longer. Good night to Jimmy Farrell and Jesse Marquez, folks that came in, and again Matt there. Again, there is a word that begins with P that we could talk about, but I'd rather talk about another P word, but not here on this channel, because again, that we're trying to keep for what's the word I'm looking for? Keep for the kid. And we're not swearing, and that's a good thing as well. Because there's some haters out there. There's some haters out there, and they'll be here. They'll be here. Bunch of haters. But you know what? F them. F the haters. We'll see you next time. Just be aware that keep up on the subscriptions. You know, I'll be here when you ring that bell. When you ring the bell, you'll know when the captain is on. So until next time, look for a show on Wednesday. Look for a show on Wednesday, and hopefully we'll have some people join us for that. Take care, everybody. Good night. Raider Victories Sunday.